Welcome to Creepy New York. This is our third year of going to places that are interesting, mysterious, creepy, and who knows what we may see. But we're going to look at two places, Connecticut Hill Cemetery and Beechwood State Park. Hope you enjoy. This is Connecticut Hill Cemetery. Near Alpine, New York. Some say it's in Newfield, New York. But all I know is that this cemetery is abandoned and it's in the middle of nowhere. Now, Connecticut Hill Cemetery, not a whole lot of information about it except that I was looking at one site that said that there was, and I counted, 60 graves here. But you can't tell it by how it's overgrown and how much damage to the headstones there are. Connecticut Hill Cemetery, or what I have heard it also called Snyder Hill Cemetery, is in the middle of Connecticut Hill Wildlife Management Area and is around 11,000 acres. So also there has been rumored, according to Haunted Places of New York, to be the home of a group of migratory Sasquatch or Bigfoot creatures, as well as the site many UFO sightings. But the Connecticut Hill Cemetery ghosts don't seem to be afraid. Witnesses have seen orbs, human shapes, shadows, and strange mist while visiting the cemetery. Something else that might be of interest. Located in the cemetery a small ways from Newfield is allegedly the grave of a witch named Elizabeth. She was born in 1801 and died at the age of 29 in 1830. Many who have visited the area have their suspicions that the unrest that is present in the cemetery is due to the meddling spirit of the local witch buried there. Sightings include apparitions, mist, and wild mood swings experienced by visitors who have touched the headstone of the witch Elizabeth. Now, when I visited this cemetery the first time to film the promo, I felt a little bit of uneasiness and unrest, as I was talking about earlier. And it could be from all the stories, but I will say this, my second visit here was not as uneasy. Now, are there ghosts and goblins missed in the cemetery? Well, I've looked at my pictures and have not found anything. Nor am I a paranormal investigator. But I do know that the way the cemetery is, if I was buried here, I would be very upset at how the cemetery has been treated by people. Nobody takes care of the cemetery. Nobody comes around. That would give me a good reason to be unrestful. Beechwood State Park, what once was a former Girl Scout camp called Camp Beechwood. This undeveloped 150 acres of land became Beechwood State Park in 1999. The park is located on the shores of Lake Ontario and has 3,500 feet of shoreline and bluffs to explore, as well as the old camp. as I trekked along this trail, I come upon this first abandoned building. And there are a lot of abandoned buildings in this state park to look at. Not what I call a really creepy building, but people tore this place apart. However, the story, somebody is trying to leave a message. Now there is one place here that I really liked exploring, and it was this place right here. And when it comes to urban exploring, you're going to see a lot of graffiti, and this place has it as well. Beechwood operated as a Girl Scout camp from 1929 until the state purchased the land in 1999. There are no marked trails, but at times some paths are mowed. There are also old dirt roads used for the camp that are now grassy paths that can be hiked. All I can say is, wow. This place reminds me of a location of a horror film. Even though this place is being taken over by nature, it seems to be a calm, quiet place, and I have seen wildlife here. But what I'm about to show you here is one of the nicest views I have ever seen of Lake Ontario. I hope you enjoy. I thoroughly enjoyed my little walk exploring all the decay and the abandoned places here. But if you choose to come and explore, please bring somebody with you if you go into these buildings, because you just don't know what or who you may run into. And if I was you, I would visit. It's a very nice place to explore. This has been another Creepy New York episode. We hope you enjoyed this, as well as I enjoy going to these places. And look for more in the coming year. Places for us to explore in Creepy New York. Now follow us on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. All of the pictures I took will be on the Instagram page and our Facebook page. Thanks for watching.